Today I'll be talking about the film Into the Wild. This movie was really a great movie. I believe since it was based on a true story, it made the film more better. And even though it was a book at first by John Krakauer, Chris McCandless was a college graduate who just now realized that the world was bad. He decided to get away from everyone and move on. Even though he did have family, he didn't care and still did it anyways. His main goal was to travel to Alaska. The reason why I picked this movie was because I'm going to compare it again with Castaway. Both of these movies were related to nature, both having to find out how to live in the wild, even though Castaway was a film based on a guy from being stranded from a plane crash, which he was the only survivor. But the man in this film struggled with the requirements of surviving in the wild, just like Chris McCandless. The difference in these movies was that Chris McCandless was just a newly graduate and chose the life to live in the wild. But in Castaway, the man was an employee for FedEx. He didn't choose to live this life. And he was deserted on this island for about maybe 5 years. I'm not pretty sure. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. I don't quite remember. They both kind of did made friends as well, but Chris's friend was a human, and in Castaway, his friend was a volleyball that he found, which this was really different. They both were lonely, and Chris McCandless really had the lifetime when he decided to go and do this. Chris also, in the beginning of the film, hiked with two people, a man and a female, to where they became good friends and ended up meeting again later on in the film. I thought this was really good to bring back these two characters due to the fact for me they were really nice and outgoing. Even though Chris McCandless died at the end of the movie, I've learned that it took his family about 10 years to make this movie. I believe this movie was really good and I would see it again. But the thing I want to focus on now is the camera. The way at the end when he was dying in the van, how it zoomed out and it made it really, I guess, emotional, you can say. But this movie really made me think like about maybe how it would be like to be just leaving everything behind and doing that. It's not gonna be this that much to say. Hopefully, it's kind of late turning this in, but hopefully this will work.